If a person on the same path as you, y'all gonna run into each other in traffic. In the esoteric world, that's how it be. You know what I'm saying? Some people get left behind. Some people don't know how to catch up. Some people don't know how to add a lot of gas to their spaceship. So they don't have a lot of emotional courage to go for their idea, aka the direction of their spaceship. They don't have a lot of emotional courage, aka gas in it. So for the most part, your spaceship ain't gonna go the distance. Your creative thoughts and feelings and gifts and talents ain't gonna go the distance. Ain't gonna accumulate, ain't gonna reach from point A to point B. You're gonna be stuck in somewhere in Babylon, get distracted, take your broke spiritual energy, aka the little bit of esoteric currency you got, to give attention to those things that don't produce in the solid world for you to be seen as something. So that's what it means also in that kind of aspect. See what I'm saying? But preparing for the goddamn full moon, this is what people need to understand. So you're gonna have a full ovulation based on whatever work that you've been putting in. So a lot of people get upset based upon not seeing things done on a timely fashion, and the moon might not even be accumulating yet. So for the most part, you might have backed out of whatever you was doing before you was even finishing with the waxing energy in the sky wanted you to do. Just because you might been psyched out on a specific time, or these are a time frame or a action or something like that. These are actually motherfucking expectations. And when you get lost in expectations, this puts you in a situation of getting lost with the devil, shaking hands with the devil, because the things that you expect, they never come that way. So you'll find yourself self-sabotaging all over the place due to the fact of shaking hands with the devil, and the devil is just trying to take your energy to feed it and feed the system. So you'll always get led to the system in some way, shape, or form, just doing something you don't necessarily want to do. And based on you accepting that is because whatever the devil promised you, whatever that desire promised you, or whatever like that. And then when you don't get what's promised, you have to do more and more things, whatever that devil or whisper in your mind told you to do it. So you might even go harder at being negative. You might even go harder at being self-sabotaging. You might even go harder at these things that's messing you up in the first place. And then that's when you don't understand what's going on. I'm saying real shit. Other than that, it's a deep spiritual game out here if y'all don't understand. But a lot of people, it's getting chilly too. So yeah, it's getting closer and closer to goddamn. It was already cup of season. They getting closer and closer to shit. You know what I'm saying? It's already. My body already needs cupped. I got a jacket on, well, a coat. You know what I'm saying? So that let you know our stimuli is already reacting to falling in some type of way, or needing cuffing or shelter or security at this time. Now, if you're in different geographical locations, especially when it comes towards the south and stuff like that, you're still going to be in the same temperament, but you might not experience it that much as physically as it is as people up north and stuff like that, due to the fact of the sun transit and how it play out on the Western hemisphere. So if you understand astronomy and astrology, you understand the math that's put together, not coming up with something like, well, I think this planet should rule this sign. And it ain't about what you think or feel. That's why you'll reprobate right now. So that's why you're a reprobate right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to change these things down here real quick. It ain't about what you think or feel. It's about what's observation and how we created these things. And then once you understand that mechanism, boom, then you'll be able to reconstruct your thoughts and feelings into the right area. But it's going outside and saying, well, I think Venus should be here. And Venus, nah, well, shit, you look like what God was talking about, what the devil did back then. You know what I'm saying? That's how angels look at it. You can't just start coming up with your own shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like some synchronicity. It gotta be like a piece of your own individuality of something we all created, as teamwork makes the dream work. Even if other people forgot the piece that they put in the sand. You're supposed to be here to be aware of that. Once you know better, you do better. If you're not, what you holding it all into yourself? What you selfish? Why are you holding this into yourself? My esoteric currency is knowledge. Oh, you gotta have something to do with physicality? No. Why are you holding in your mental forms and stuff like that? And see, look, reprobate too. Reprobate too. That's why God look at that too. Like, God, like, why you holding in all this gold? You know what I'm saying? Who you waiting it for? Who you holding it for? You know what I'm saying? Who you weighing it on the scale for and stuff like that? If it's only gonna stay inside of you all day. You know what I'm saying? Get your front that ass out of here until you push that out. You know what I'm saying? Push that shit out. God like to release. God made the whole system of us releasing and stuff like that based upon even eating. You know what I'm saying? And having to release after it go down into your goddamn immune system, not your immune system, but your metabolism, and start to break down and stuff like that. So where do you think your organs and your fleshly fluids got that from? What do I always teach y'all? the mind. We create the mind first. That's your first body, and it bends in and become the organs. So obviously your spirit create the minds. So we eat stars, mental forms. And how we shit it out there is having an inspiration, having something we just got to get off of us, get out of us. We've been holding on to it too long. It's feeling like the world is on our shoulders. Yeah, you got to shit that shit out. You got to shit and piss that shit out. Anything we do with the body, we created and did with our first bodies first. Our minds. When we created our mind body first as spirits, created that something out of nothing first, then that's when we started to connect and fuck and all that stuff from our androgynous concepts. Then we created all these polarization forms, and you know, when the spirits suit one more than the other, we may pick that kind of form to represent that polarization. But the better we know how to come together with all of our polarizations, we got lost and separated our spiritual nothing spaces between with each other. The better we know how to come together with our first body, mental forms, and our physical body, how we could create shelter around each other, all the way find into your other half. This is the things that God want to see, so that face in the sky of clouds could be the face of God. That's what God want to see. And since I'm the face of God in that world, all of our bodies is the mind. So the first idea, that idea was my first body. So it ain't, don't look at it like, oh, God got a face like this. Uriel first body, which is a concept, is play out as God's face. We can make that up, whatever it be. Teamwork makes the dream work. But if it ain't got nothing to do with something being more possible, that is not going to be God face. That's going to be some Masonic face y'all seeing in the sky right now, especially when they get ready to do Project Bluebeam, and y'all going to be worshiping their God, Abrahamic God, and things of that nature. Angels trying to show y'all how to bring God back, period, all possibility back. You see what I'm saying? Where in the sky and in your mind, all possibilities will be possible. You see what I'm saying? So that glorified body and atmosphere that we create will be more closer to God. That's something will represent closer to nothing, where we could be like the birth, life, death without the long periods of time of experiencing the stimuli of it that y'all call it pain and stuff. So it'll be like the dream that's actually made into reality how it's supposed to be. And that glorified body will be the one that's floating around. But at some point, that one is trapped in this one. And as a spirit, you control both of those golems that don't even know about how to control your masculine and feminine side. So it gets weird right now when you have a government doing that for y'all. Because it ultimately leads to where they want society to go. Which a lot of them had to do that for like certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? That some was good reasons, some was bad reasons. But based on a large percentage of society waking up for themselves, this would allow this situation to get out of hand, and people in power to kind of use foolishness against the fools, use blindness against the blind, because it ain't like taking the glasses off the blind individuals is going to make them see anything more clear. And this is kind of what humans, a large mass, like 92% of the world, been showing the government. So they be having a way sometimes when it comes to the things that they do that work in their favor, but against yours though, where they could have better morality, but the mass level, they can't just come to like the small people in these masses. You know what I'm saying? These people gonna have to persevere and make it out themselves. That's how they look at it. It's like it's too many people to come knock on the door one by one to take off their glasses, rose-colored glasses, just for them to still act like they don't see things clear in the first place. You know what I'm saying? For an example, you can have a Hebrew Israelite, right? Now they're online telling a mission. They're online telling the what they're gonna do, yet in the very next breath, they're telling them people the reason we need to do this is because we need government. So they sit up there and say we need foreign resource boats, we need military and weapons and stuff like that. Now the government's sitting there listening to like, what now? You after you say all this stuff with your plan, your very next breath is to try to get in some office with us to give you some money so this could be possible. The government looking at that like, why the fuck would we even give you the goddamn satisfaction? Your whole way of gathering up a crowd is saying we all need to do some stuff that look like it's versus the government. And your whole means of getting it is wanting to meet the government at some office based upon some name or some title you claiming, and that's why we're supposed to give you some money to destroy us. So you want us to give you our money to destroy us. That's how the government look at it. But that retard Hebrew Israelites online and goddamn Pan-Africans don't see it that way. If you're on some type of godly mission, that's the last thing you need to be talking about. Weapons, any. That's why my page ain't get took down. It might have got demonetized, but it ain't get took down because I don't speak violence. Now that's one thing I don't get in my demonetization thingies. I don't speak violence, so my page get to stay up. Anybody page who got completely took down was speaking unnecessary violence. That's the only way your page could get completely took down. You could get censored all day, and you could have a possibility of getting it back. I deleted too many videos. I deleted like 500 videos I wish I never did to still not get remonetized on this channel. So I don't even give a fuck about getting monetized back on this channel anyway. Because I mean, it was like extra money, but that's all YouTube is, extra money. It ain't the money. You know what I'm saying? So I could give a damn about oh, I don't want to get online tomorrow until I figure out how to remonetize my channel. Oh, YouTube is so that's go kiss my ass, go to hell. Oh, Sarah, shut up, my talk even more. Curse even fuck, bitch, slut, cunt, rape, everything, bitch. Oh, Sarah, I don't give a fuck. I'm Marz or Uriel. God always got me. Oh, shit, I don't know what you humans thought. God always got me. Shit, God said, talk freely, child. I got you. Real shit.